that a problem?
Oh yeah, no problem. When you have time, of course, you can practice more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I finished all the segments on tech questions too, so that should be okay.
Okay, okay. Okay, Nathaniel, but today we're gonna start the class with other grammar that we had to continue, okay?
Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
already checked of some of the assignments of object plus infinitive. So,
exactly
okay.
about that. So that's really short and you're gonna see that it's really easy.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm looking the book, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Nathaniel. Now, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
That's great. Okay, Nathaniel. So as you can see, it's really short, and we're gonna remember about this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Number one, we're gonna see verb plus object and infinitive, right? Number one, some verbs are followed directly by an infinitive. You know that is to,
Yeah.
plus the base form of the verb, right? Like in the sentence you can see, Nick agreed to do a commercial. This part is really easy because exists a lot of verbs that you can write directly the infinitive and after if you want to continue with a verb of course in the base form, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's pass to number two that says some verbs must be followed by an object, a noun or pronoun before the infinitive, right? So in this case, we have the object pronoun that says, she convinced me to make a commercial. So you notice this structure, right? You have a verb, after we continue with an object pronoun, after to, and we continue with the verb in the base form. So exist just some little, only some verbs that you can make this structure,
Yeah.
okay? So I don't know if you remember those verbs.
Well, I don't think like they taught us like specific verbs, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, but maybe in some cases in a
Like
more
talking, yeah,
okay,
okay.
talking exactly. Yes. So for example, I can give you some verbs and you can make sentences with these verbs.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, mm, require.
It would be like followed directly by an infinitive, like required to do.
No, in this case, we're gonna practice with object pronouns.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like,
Also, I passed
she
to you.
required me. No.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes,
Like
of
these
course.
verbs can be used in both, then. Like they're followed directly by an infinitive and by an object. Is that okay?
Exactly. So it depends on the way that you want to, if you want to use an object, of course, this is a very good choice of the verb, okay? But if you want to avoid these verbs, of course, you can continue with other complement.
Okay.
Okay, so I sent to your WhatsApp a short list about these verbs,
Yeah.
right? So you can see in that part the infinitive part that says, of course, you can continue this with to and after. In the last part, I don't know if you are looking at the
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
exactly thing. So in the last part, okay.
Like in the last part, or in what part?
Oh, I'm looking at this. I'm looking. Yes. So it's in the last part that these are just some verbs in this list, right? Words with the same meaning but different use. So in this case, also you can use with object pronouns. In this chart is advise, allow, permit, provide.
Mm.
Okay, so
In
maybe
in what part of the text are you? Like in the end of it, or in what part?
it's in the middle.
Ah, okay, middle.
Yes.
What's the title of that part? Words with different meaning, or which part?
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and you're gonna see better, okay?
Is it the chart that is words with the same meaning but different use? So that's
Exactly. Yes,
okay.
yes, in that part. But different use. Exactly in that part. Also, you can use that, right? You can see in that part advise, allow, permit, provide.
Okay.
And as you can see, also this list is with object pronouns in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Now you can see in this part, right? Now the first part, as you can see in my screen, is these verbs are followed directly by the infinitive to, right? But in this other part, that is okay. Yes. So in this case, but these are just little examples, right?
Yeah.
Words with the same meaning but different use. Advise, allow, permit, provide. In this case, you can see we have the verb, object pronoun, to, and after we are using the verb in the base form. But apart of these verbs exist another list that you also can see, but I don't have that list right now, but I'm gonna send you after the class, okay?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So as I was telling you, you can give me examples, but using this structure, right? So you have the verb, you have to use an object pronoun,
Yeah.
to plus the verb in the base form. So for example, you can give me an example with for example, tell. Let's start with that.
Okay. Uh, I told you to go by bus.
Exactly, very good. You're using that structure. Other with order,
In what? The other order?
order.
Ah, the verb order. Okay.
Exactly.
Uh, I ordered her to go to the park.
Exactly, very good. Other that you can use with advice.
Okay. I advised them to not go to the movie.
Exactly, very good. So also you can change the tenses, right? If you want to make in past, present, in progress, future, you can use these tenses, okay?
Okay.
So, for example, other, you can choose the tense. Use the verb permit.
Permit. Okay. Uh, like if I want to change the tense to past, it would be I didn't permit her. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, I
Yes.
didn't permit her to go to a party.
Excellent. Very good.
Okay.
And if I tell you invite.
But I didn't invite them to the party. No.
Exactly, very good.
Like,
Okay, but in an affirmative way, how can it be?
okay. I invited them to the party.
Excellent, very good.
Like
Now other,
there, I need another like verb, right? I didn't invite them to the party. It's correct, or like it's missing like go or any verb like that. Like, is it correct to say I invited them to the party?
exactly. If you're not following, for example, this structure, right? That you
No.
continue with a verb. Yes, of course. In those cases, also you can avoid that because speaking it's like it's so logical, right?
Yeah.
And that sounds good. And of course, that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, you can do that. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, for example, one more example with need.
Uh, I needed you to go get me that garbage can.
Okay, okay, very good. Now, one in present perfect that is with cows.
Cows? Or,
Yes,
okay. Uh, uh, they haven't called, like that's the tense, right? Haven't.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
They haven't called uh, her to go to the party would be okay. No, right? Like call and go.
Oh, yes, yes, it's okay. That sounds good. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, Nathaniel. Yes, and of course, that is the structure, right? As you can see, you have this because the grammar says that you can use a verb using an object pronoun after we use the infinitive, and we can continue with a verb in the base form, right? So in the next list that I'm gonna send you, it's all of this is clear, and you're gonna see better those verbs that are exactly for using with an object pronoun. Okay,
Yeah.
and some verbs that, for example, you want to avoid writing the object pronoun, of course, exist. And also, that's you're gonna notice in that. Okay, this is just a short list of verbs that you can practice with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the book. Yes. So we are in this part. In number two, yes, of course. Number three that we can see in this part, some verbs can be followed directly by an infinitive or by an object and an infinitive, right? So we have the examples in this part. I want to appear in a commercial. I want
Wait,
you to appear in a commercial. So in this,
Lauren, you didn't change like uh, the pages. You're still in the last. You're presenting the last text. You're not presenting like the.
oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
Don't worry.
Oh yes, yes. Sorry, sorry. I'm gonna change that.
No problem.
Okay, okay. I got some problems. Oh, yep. Now I think you can see, right?
Yeah, I can see it now. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. So in that part, in number 3, as I was telling you, in this part it says, some verbs can be followed directly by an infinitive or by an object and an infinitive, right? So in this case, you can see the difference. For example, we have the verb, we are using the infinitive part, and we follow with a verb in the base form, right? But in the second case, we are using the structure with an object pronoun, right? So exist those verbs that you can do in these two forms. For example, in this case is want. Other, for example, can be pay, need, expect, choose, ask. Okay, so with those verbs, you can make in both forms, and there will be no problem with that. Grammatically, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the difference between these two also is like Nick is saying like I wish to himself, right? And when we use a pronoun next to the verb, we're already uh, like I want to is not referring to herself, right?
exactly. I want the difference between those, right? Yeah, the big difference in this case is because it's appearing other person in this case, right? I
Mhm.
want you to appear in a commercial, right? I want to appear in a commercial. It's like it's happening to the same person, in this case, the same subject. This person wants to appear in a commercial, right? But in this case, is talking about or is adding to other person,
Mhm.
right? So that can be the difference. So you're gonna give me one example similar to this in both forms, okay? You're gonna use the verb ask.
Okay. I want to ask the principal if I'm okay.
Okay, okay.
And the other way would be I want you to ask the principal if I'm okay, or if you're okay.
Yes, it's okay. Very good. Now, other example with expect.
Okay. I expected, well, in the second form, I expected him to be at at the cathedral, and the other, I expect to have a wonderful year.
Exactly. So you notice the difference, right? In
Yeah,
general, both sentences change the meaning, right? They are not the same.
I know.
Exactly. So that can be. And as I was telling you, exist just some verbs that can be that. Other example can be with pay. One more with that verb.
Okay. Um, I like I pay to. Uh, that okay? Yeah, I pay to.
Okay. With what complement you want to follow?
Uh, but I pay to be in a commercial. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
It's kind of yeah. Okay, then and the other form would be I I I paid you to be in a commercial.
Exactly. Yes, of course. Both sentences are different.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nathaniel, both those cases are the most common when you are using objects, right? For example, the first one, of course, you can use normally with the majority of the verbs this structure that you are writing one verb, and after, if we want to separate from other verb, we use the infinitive too, right? But if we
Mhm.
want to add some other person, of course, you can use the object pronoun. But I'm gonna send you the other list that you can see specifically for which verbs are correct to do this structure, okay?
Okay.
And in the other list that, of course, that you can do in both cases, and there's gonna be no problem with that. Okay, so yeah, that's all about this grammar. So I think is it clear or maybe some questions?
Not really. It's clear.
Yeah, okay. So let's pass to the other. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Okay, so the next grammar that we are gonna practice, Nathaniel, is this part that is the passives. I don't
Mhm.
know if you remember passive voice, the passive
Yeah, I
voice.
remember passive voice and active voice.
Exactly, very good. So we can see in this, okay? We're gonna remember just a little part of this. Number one, we form the passive with a form of be plus the past participle of the verb, right?
Yeah.
Nick was strict, and the use verb is managed by Patty. The iced tea is made fresh every day. Okay. Okay, so just a simple example with this structure, Nathan.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's passive. I would be mm, the test was given by Robert.
Exactly, very good. Another one in negative.
Uh, uh, the test wasn't uh, wasn't given by Robert or
Okay, yes, it's okay. And how can you make a question with this structure?
okay. Uh, was the test given by Roberto?
Exactly, very good. Excellent. So that part is really simple. And of course, if you want to practice with more tenses, yes, you can do it. Present perfect, past perfect, simple past, in progressives, right? Present
Yeah.
progressive, past progressive, future, with modal verbs, with all of these, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna continue. Number two, that says an active sentence focuses on the agent, the doer, okay, doer of an action. A passive sentence focuses on the receiver of an action. Look at these active sentences, okay?
Mhm.
Some nicked. Okay, in the example, someone is the agent, right? And Nick is the receiver of the action. So he's the object.
Yeah.
In this other part, if we want to focus on it, we use a passive sentence. Someone took Nick, right? Notice that the object of the active sentence Nick becomes the subject of the passive sentence. Notice too that the subject Nick must agree with the verb was.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this part, yes, as you are
It's like the
giving
opposite. Like in my
exact.
last example, instead of like focusing on the test, I would be focusing on Robert.
Exactly. Yes. It depends on which object or which agent you want to focus, right?
Yeah.
Yes, about the objects. Excellent. We're gonna pass to number three. That
Okay.
says, we often use the passive when we don't know who the agent is, right? So in the example, Talia, the audio file was edited. In the example, Talia doesn't know who edited the audio file, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, okay, we use also the passives in order to avoid the agent, right? We don't know who can be this person
Yeah.
because we're focusing on the object. Okay, okay. In number 4, we can see. We can also use the passive when it's clear who the agent is, so we don't need to say it, right? The
Mhm.
news is reported on several channels, right? In example, we know that the reporters report the news, so we don't need to mention the agent. We do not say the news is reported on several channels by reporters.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, also that part is, I think it's also clear, right?
Yeah. It's clear.
Excellent. Okay, we can see number 5. We can also use the passive when we don't want to say who the agent is. Too
Mhm.
many mistakes were made in that report. In example, Tony doesn't want to say who made the mistakes, right?
Mhm.
Yes, number 6. Sometimes the name of the agent is important information that we need in a sentence. In the sentence, if we want to say the name of the agent, we use by. Yep, as you were telling me in your last example.
Yeah.
Yes, so this passive is the easiest that you can use in all of the structures, right? So now I want you to practice with some little sentences, short sentences, but in different tenses. For example, one example using one modal verb.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can you give me an example of model verb? Like,
Yes, modal verbs or maybe auxiliaries that can be should, could, would,
okay. Yeah, I
can,
remember now.
must.
Okay. Um, in what number do you want me to make the example? Like
Um, mm,
any? Or,
in whatever. If you want to use a mix of this, you can do this.
okay, I could say, like, mm, can you give me an example like which shouldn't or should, like in, like, would be Tony should uh have, no, not the cupcakes should have uh can you give me an example? I'm kind of bugging.
Okay, using one. Okay, we're gonna practice this. Okay, so
Yeah,
only give me an active voice first.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
one active voice.
Like any active voice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever sentence that you want.
Um, okay. Uh, Tony made lunch.
Okay, very good. So what is your object in that active voice?
My object would be lunch, right?
Exactly, very good. In a passive form, you focus on the
Yeah.
object, right?
Like
So
the
that
lunch.
sentence,
Yeah,
you're gonna become a passive voice.
yeah. Like lunch was made by Tony.
Exactly, very good. Now, other sentence, but in present.
Okay. Uh, Tony's m- uh, Tony makes cupcakes.
Okay, very good. Now transform that in passive.
Uh, cupcakes. Cupcakes are being made. It would be no, right?
Nope.
Be the cupcakes are being made by Tony. Oh,
Cupcakes are being. No, but because in that part it's like
yeah,
you are making in progress, right?
yeah,
But the
like
sentence is not in progress.
yeah,
So for example,
like if
it
I'm
is
using it's like being like the cupcakes are being made, it would be right, nor make. Like the cupcakes are being made. No.
cupcake. Cupcakes are only made
Oh, okay.
exactly by
Tony.
you said
Like we're changing the tense of the verb.
exactly. So we
Oh,
are changing the tense. So in the past you said cupcakes were, right? Because that was in past.
yeah.
But if you're talking in present, you're gonna use the form of are made. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ex-
I was trying to make like passive voice in present, so I couldn't like catch it.
Okay.
But yeah, I got it.
Okay. No problem. Okay, let's practice with other tense. Another active voice but in present continuous.
Okay. Um, mm, active. They have made the homework.
Okay, but that is present perfect, right? If I say in
Oh,
a
it's
present
continuous.
continuous,
Ah, okay. It would be uh, they have been making the homework.
okay. Exists just a little difference when the titles, for example, when you say present continuous, it's an action that is happening right now, right?
Yeah,
With the verb to be in present plus a verb with ing, for example, I am talking,
yeah.
right? That is in present continuous. If I say past continuous, you can say I was talking, right? Because that is an action that is happening in the past. But for example, if I say present perfect continuous, in
Mhm.
that case, you use with have been, right? I have been talking.
Okay,
Yes, if you want to say past perfect continuous, I had been talking.
okay. So
Yes,
if it's only present continuous, would be
exactly.
only ing, no have been.
Exactly. So the titles, right? If I say present continuous, it's going to be different from present perfect
Yeah.
continuous. Mhm.
So and the example would be uh, uh, we need to use have in present continuous.
Oh, no, in present continuous only we focus with the structure of verb to be plus a verb with ing,
Okay.
right?
Okay. They're okay. They are making cupcakes.
Exactly, very good.
Yeah,
They are making,
cupcakes. And the passive one is the cupcakes are being made by them.
yes, of course, very good. If I say in past continuous,
Past continuous. It would be they were making cupcakes, and the
exactly.
passive voice would be the cupcakes were being made by them.
Exactly, very good. For example, if we want to say in present perfect continuous,
Present perfect continuous. It would be they have been making cupcakes.
very good, they have been.
Passive would be the cupcakes have been made. It would be have
Had,
been made by them. Is that okay?
with had, right?
Yeah, had
Exactly.
been them have had been made by them. Yeah.
Exactly, very good. Yes, of course. But if I say use a modal verb,
Okay, they should be making cupcakes.
they should,
Like they
they
should
should
be making
be.
cupcakes.
Yes, because after modal verbs, of course, you have to use the verb to be, right? If you want to use, if you wanna make, if you wanna write a verb, of course, in the base form, this is an active voice, right? They should be making, you can say, they should be making cupcakes. And how you transform this in a passive form?
Cupcakes should cupcakes should be made by them.
Exactly, very good. I need that. And for example, if I want to use with will, they will prepare.
Cupcakes.
Yes.
Okay, then in passive voice it would be cupcakes uh, will be made by them.
Yes, will be made or will be prepared. That's okay. Yes, of course. And you can play with all the tenses that you want, right? And of course, if you want to give more information about who is doing that action, you can use by, right?
Yeah,
Cupcakes will be prepared by Talia, Natalia, or whatever subject that you want, right?
yeah,
It's because you are giving more information about that. Okay, but if you don't want to mention who is making the action, of course, you are focusing about the object. That's why it's important in passive voice that you have to have an object, okay, like in this case,
yeah.
because it's only possible with this. Yes, Stephanie. Okay, so do you have some questions until this part?
Not real. Now that I understand, like only present continuous, past continuous.
Exactly, right? So
Yeah,
only you have to remember that difference. Present continuous with verb to be and ing, past continuous, the verb to be in past with verb with ing, right? And but it's different if I say present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous.
yeah.
Okay, so that is a little difference. Okay, Nathan. Yes. So do you want to practice with more example or it's okay?
I could practice it just to make sure that I'm okay in that. Like one or two. Well, can you give me like the tense and I'll give you an answer, like passive and active, so I can practice the
Okay,
tenses.
okay. Yes, of course. You can, okay, I'm gonna give you the tense. I want the tense in negative, past negative, simple past negative.
Past negative would be uh, uh, they didn't made cupcakes.
Okay, that is the active voice, right?
Yeah, the active, and the passive would be the cupcakes uh, wasn't made by them, or I don't remember the subject. Like
Um,
the verb
yeah,
to be is correct in that form, like or not the verb to be, like wasn't is okay.
with wasn't, right? The
Yeah.
cupcakes, but in plural, how is the correct form?
Oh, where? Weren't.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Yes, very good. Okay, other tense in present continuous.
Okay, present continuous, it would be uh, they are making bread.
They are making bread.
Yeah.
Okay, and the passive form?
Passive would be bread is being made by them.
Exactly, very good. Now use one modal verb.
Okay. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be doing homework. No.
You
No,
should,
it's okay.
or
They,
you should do, maybe.
okay, you should do homework.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. And then the passive would be homework should be done by you.
Exactly, very good. Now one sentence in present perfect.
Isn't perfect. Okay. Uh, you are having uh, you're having problems with Maria, and the passive would be Maria is like, is that correct? Is that passive and active? Like Maria is having problems with you? Is
Is
that okay?
having, right?
Yeah.
Grammatically, we cannot use have like with the structure of having. It's an special case, and in some cases you can use that form,
Yeah.
but it's only in some special cases, right?
And
It's,
like
for example, if that is true and that's happening in that moment, right?
there are some words that don't go like okay with passive, right?
Exactly. So you
Okay.
have to think about that, and if it's not, it, or maybe it's not, it doesn't sound good, you can change a verb. Mhm. Or maybe you can, for
Like
example,
other examples of verbs that I can use, like I was using a lot of making and preparing and all of that. Can you give me like another example of it? Those?
okay, maybe you can use other verbs like, okay, other one, for example, look, or maybe mix,
Maybe what?
mix.
Mix. Okay. Yeah. Like really direct actions, right? The ones that can be used. Like again in present continuous, it would be like you have you have mm, you have mixing. That's not correct, right? It would be
You, if the sentence is in present perfect continuous, don't forget, you, if the structure is
like
like
no
this,
have. It's verb
right?
to be, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Have in
Okay.
one verb with
Okay.
ing.
You are mixing. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it would be you are mixing the juice, and the passive would be the juice is being mixed by you. That would be correct.
Yes, that's in
Okay.
present
Yeah.
continuous, right?
Yeah. Present
Now,
continuous.
okay, but other with present perfect continuous
Yeah, it would be have been. Yeah.
have been plus one verb
Yeah.
with ing.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, present continuous is with the verb to be and verb with ing. Present perfect continuous is have been and ing. Then present
Exactly.
perfect it's only have and past participle, right?
Past, if you are talking about past continuous, right? Yes, verb to be plus verb to be in past plus
Mhm.
verb with ing.
And
If you
and
are
present
talking about
perfect it's
present,
only like have and the past participle, or we
oh
have,
yeah. So,
yeah.
when we are using, for example, with past perfect continuous, we have this structure, had been
Mhm.
plus the verb with ing. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, but if it's simple one, you use the structure of, for example, if it's normal, you're gonna use the structure of have plus the verb, but the verb in past participle.
Mhm.
right? But if you are using, for example, the other one that is with past perfect, it's gonna be only had plus the verb in past participle.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, so that's the little difference that you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget, this is from present perfect, and this is the form of present perfect continuous, right? This
Mhm.
other part is past perfect, simple, and past perfect continuous. But if I say only present continuous, don't forget, it's verb to be and is are with the verb with ing. But if I say
Mhm.
past continuous, was were plus the verb with ing.
Okay. I
Okay.
like. I'm noticing that my main error in this is that I fail to like identify the tense sometimes. Like
Okay,
I
yes.
get confused, so I need to practice that.
Okay, okay, no problem. So with the practice, of course, you're gonna do it correctly. Okay. So now you have the difference, for example, in this part, right? You can differ this, and that's gonna be easier,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you got it about the tenses with present continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, simple past. About it?
Yeah. I'm okay about it. Uh, well, I'll try to give you like one example of this, like real quick with every one of those, like with the verb make. Okay.
Okay,
Um, okay. Talia have been making cookies. Cookies have been made by Talia.
okay.
Okay. Then with the past perfect continuous, it would be uh, Talia or other. Okay. Jorge had been making or preparing juices. Juices had been prepared by Roberto. Is that okay?
Yes, yes, it's okay. Very
Then
good.
a present perfect would be um, they have prepared cookies. Cookies have been prepared by them.
Have been. Cookies
Yeah,
have been. Yes, of course. Yes,
yeah,
because it's a plural, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
And then the past perfect would be uh, they had uh, they had prepared juice. Juice had been prepared by them.
Yes, of course. You got it. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so but in other case, I'm gonna prepare a document with a little chart in order you can recognize those tenses.
Yeah.
Okay, like some kind of structures, some forms, in order you can make the difference about this. That's gonna be easy, okay? So don't worry about this.
Yeah. It's only like a little bit of practice because like in school I didn't think about tenses. I only spoke. So now that I
Oh,
have the tenses in front of me, it's kind of difficult for me to like
the
uh,
name of the grammar or what
yeah,
about this, right? Yes, I
uh,
understand.
I need to practice.
Okay. Yeah, but no problem. You are correct. Okay, okay. So until this part, do you have questions or
No,
something about it?
like about passive and active, I don't have any questions. Don't worry,
Okay,
I can do it.
that's great. That's great. Yep. Okay, so with exercises, of course, you can practice more, right? So
Yeah.
as in those days, we are not having some time in order to make the practices because we are focusing more about this, right? So,
Yeah.
but please don't forget to do your practices.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what else do we have? Okay, Nathaniel. Okay. This part also we can practice today, right? Because this is a little short
Yeah.
in order. Yes, this is really easy, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you remember. It's
Yeah.
okay if we practice now.
What?
Is it okay if we practice also this grammar right
Yeah,
now?
sure. It's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So we're gonna see this grammar that they are some words that we use in some cases, right? Like a lot of, a few, a little, many, and much. So as you know, we have count nouns that are countable
Mhm.
and others that are
No.
non-countable, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, we're gonna see this. In number one, we have count nouns, are nouns that we can count, of course. Here are some examples. One friend, one member, one idea. We can
Mhm.
use a lot of, many, and a few with plural count nouns. Okay, so
Mhm.
those words, of course, we use when we are talking about plural things. So can you read, please, the examples, Nathaniel?
Okay, sure. Okay. Uh, Dalia. Nick has a lot of friends on the team. Do you know many members of the team, Patty? Uh, I have a few ideas.
Excellent, very good. So only it's remember, right?
Yeah.
We can use those words for plural count nouns,
Yeah.
right?
I can
So
say like $1, $2, it's countable. If it's like one
yeah,
water, two waters, it doesn't make sense, so it's not countable.
exactly. Yes, yes, very good. Okay, in number two, we're gonna focus on the
Mhm.
non-count nouns. Are nouns that of course we cannot count. Here are some examples: help, information, money, tea, time. Of course, we cannot use with like a countable nouns, right? We can use a lot of course, much, and a little with not count nouns. Read, please, the examples.
Okay. It's worth a lot of money. Uh, we don't have much time. I need a little help from Amy.
Exactly, very good. Can you give me other example?
Yeah, sure. Well, a lot of I can use in both, right? It'd be like I have a lot of apples or I have a lot of water. Then
Exactly,
like
in both
cannibal,
forms.
yeah, cannibal. I could say uh, I have many dollar bills, and with non-cannibal, I could say I have much pain.
Oh, yes.
Then with little and few, um, I have few apples and a little. I have little happiness.
Yes, exactly, very good. Very nice, your differences. Excellent. So let's pass to number three and four, okay? Number three, notice that we can use a lot of with both count and uncount nouns. So of course, as you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Talia and Tony. Nick has a lot of friends. Nick has a lot of money too. In both sentences, we are using that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so also in this part you can see we can use a lot of in questions and in affirmative or negative statements or maybe sentences. Okay, does Jen have a lot of friends? I don't have a lot of money. You can use in the three forms with a lot of, right?
Yeah.
What about in number four? We can see we usually use many and much in questions and negative statements, right? Rather than in affirmative sentences. Read please examples, Nathaniel.
Okay. Okay. I haven't bought my ticket for the game yet. How much time do I have? They didn't have many tickets left yesterday. You'd better buy one by now. One now.
Yes, yes, of course, very good. So only it's remembering about these words, right?
Yeah.
So as you were giving the last examples that were excellent, that was the difference that you use. So a lot of you can use in both forms, countable and uncountable, affirmative, negative in questions. You can use much for countables, many for countables and much with not countables, a few and a little, right?
Yeah.
So only it's notice with that difference. And yes, of
Okay.
course. And yes, you have to see about which are the nouns that you cannot count in order it can make sense in the sentence, right?
Mhm.
Yes. So only about that, Nathaniel. Yes, this was really short, as you could see. Maybe some questions about it?
Not really. I'm okay about it.
Yet, right? Okay, so also practice about this. Okay, so make your practice with this grammar and the last grammars that we were practicing, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, for today, I think that's gonna be all. And yes,
Yeah.
all
And
about
that's
today.
all.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Lorena.
No, no, I see, okay. Now we're gonna follow with the, you know, the
Yeah,
protocol.
the questionnaire.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's done.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Lorena.
Okay. And also, Nathaniel, I'm gonna assign your test until tomorrow, okay? From
Yeah.
Unit 1, from Model A. Okay.
A test for tomorrow? Or what did you say?
Oh, yes, about the test from Unit 1, because
Okay.
we already finished that, right?
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll study a bit. Like
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, Nathaniel. See you tomorrow. Have good
oh,
dreams. Bye
yeah.
bye.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.